Welcome to another episode of the Online Prosperity Experience podcast. You're about to hear your host, Prosper Taravinga's powerful digital marketing strategies and actionable tactics that you can use right now. Prosper has helped more than 50,000 people from over 10 countries to create meaningful businesses that are profitable and enjoyable. Listen to this podcast so that you too can build your own business with less stress and overwhelm. Let's get started.
Today we're going to be talking about how video is actually an important component to your digital marketing strategy. And the title of this podcast today is the 10 types of video you should invest in. Now, it's a universal truth that a video has become such a big component in any digital marketing strategy, and it is the way of the future. I think according to Smart Company here in Australia, they're saying we are actually entering what they're calling a post-text world. Now, multimedia is going to be dominating every channel. Look at every person that you meet. They have Apple earphones coming out of their ears or the AirPods that they're listening to. So instead of people reading, they're watching and consuming content. So in other words, using writing to communicate with your audience is slowly getting out of style and real quick. Every time you see somebody with white AirPods coming out of their ears, that means they're either listening to some podcast like this or they're watching a video or listening to some sort of multimedia. Now, there are a lot of video type contents that you could choose out there and you might not know where to get started. So that's why I've compiled this podcast for you today so that you would know which style of video is best suited for your business goals, and you can always refer to these podcasts. Now, just putting a bit of stats out there just so that you see the very importance of what we're talking about. According to Smart Company again, tweets with a video actually see 10 times more engagement than those without. And promoted tweets with videos save more than 50% on cost per engagement if you're advertising on tweets. Now, that's the same with LinkedIn as well. The platform has been dead for a while, but since the introduction of video and live video content, people 20 times more likely to share a video on a podcast than any other type of post. Pinterest is the same. Video actually generates more engagement than any other type of content on Instagram, as they have introduced the IGTV and also the 1-minute video that has been native to their video platform for a very long time. Now, as you notice, there's so many types of video content out there, and you might not know where to start, but fear not. That's why the Online Prosperity Experience is there for you so that you can always refer to it and you can build your business with less struggle and overwhelm. Now, there are important video content reminders that every digital marketing campaign should actually have. And we're working with over 400 companies within Australia that we're also helping so that they can make more money with less struggle. And video is one of the biggest components to the strategies that we help them with. The reason why is, first of all, the closer you are to the camera, the closer you are to the bank. And one of the biggest video platforms, which happens to be YouTube, is the second biggest search engine. So whatever you're going to be doing, I'm going to be talking about how-to videos and the like. Whatever video content you're going to be putting out there, and if it's on YouTube, somebody is going to find it. Now, regardless of whatever type of video you're going to be creating, if the video content is not entertaining, informative, or interesting, it's not going to be seen. People come to the internet to get information. Now, if your business is providing that information, then they get to know you, like you, and trust you. Now, for your video to actually be found entertaining or informative, you really got to determine what the purpose of that video is. Now, for example, if your goal is there to increase engagement, awareness, or to educate people within your audience with whatever short video that you choose, you are most likely going to be deciding what channel you want to put that video across. Now, there's three things that you should realize about marketing. You got to have a message, and that message goes to a market. And this is the market that should have people that are willing and able to pay you for the services that you're going to be offering them. And whatever media you're going to choose will vary. Now, video is part of the media arsenal that you need to have in order to have a business that is profitable and enjoyable. Okay. So most of the time, if you create videos, they could either go on your website, on social media, and if you create longer videos, they should go on YouTube. Now, some of the video content ideas that are listed in this podcast as we go along might take a lot more time, money, and effort to create. So you've got to make sure that you've got the wherewithal, you've got the creative team behind you, you've got the resources, you've got the time before you decide to just jump into any content. Like I said, if you don't have a purpose, it's going to be difficult for people to keep engaged with your contents. Now, without further ado, let's look at the 10 types of video contents that you need to consider. The first one that I really, really like and I look out for the most is the one that has to do with company culture or meet the team videos. Right. Now, if you've got a team or if you've got a business that has more people within your employment, you want to make sure that those people are helping you create content. And guess what? Your customers are always wanting to know a little bit more about your brand and the people behind it. Your audience wants to know who are the people that are baking their bread. Who are the people that are making their burgers, right? One of the best ways to show your audience your core values, your culture, mission, and your team members is to do what are called behind the scenes video content. Now, these videos will give your customers or your prospects an inside look as to what actually sets your company apart and why your brand deserves their money, why your brand deserves them to be loyal to it. Okay. The culture behind a brand is the secret sauce to what makes employees stay focused on work and also customers get connected to a brand. Now, culture videos would include team building activities. Maybe you have team meetings every day or every Monday or whatever day that you do. Interviews with your employees, birthdays, holiday parties, Christmas breaks, whatever it is that you do involving the people that actually do the work within your business is valid content. Now, the goal of all these culture videos is to show that your company is more than just a process or whatever it is that your customers buy from you. Real humans with real personalities, with families, with likable characters and characteristics actually operate this business. People buy from people. So if you put high quality culture videos out there, you can attract new and motivated candidates that can either want to work within your business or people that actually want to connect with your employees so that they can buy more from you. Don't despair if you do not have a big team to showcase. If you're brave, you can actually showcase your family, your pets. People want to see where their money's going to. These days, we've got a lot of on the news there. We've got a lot of terrorism. We've got a lot of mishaps that are happening just because there's a lot of people with undirected money that is being used for the wrong things. So if people actually know how you source your resources, if people actually know where their money is going, that you actually do have a family and kids and pets and sports and hobbies that also relate to what it is that they do as human beings, then they get to know you more intently, like you, and even trust you because you're doing things that they also do as themselves. And we all know that people do business with those they know, like, and trust. Now, the second type of videos that you need to be creating is called roundup videos. This podcast is actually a roundup of all the 10 types of video content that you can put out. Now, roundup videos are the same as listicles. And listicles are easily transformed into video content, which is actually more engaging because it's a list of things that people can follow, and people like following instructions. A lot of us have grown up with shopping lists. A lot of us have grown up with to-do lists every single day. So if you give your content in that format, it will make it easy for people to follow, and people would understand it a whole lot more and keep engaged. Now, the one thing about listicles is they're relatively short, and sometimes you should just aim for maybe 4 minutes or less just to keep the audience engaged. A lot of listicles are very visual, so you just don't have to speak into the camera. You want to mix it up with clips and stills of people and the products or whatever it is that you're going to be describing in those lists. And just keep it varied. Give your viewers a range of options so that there's something for everybody else. A lot of people learn in different ways. Some people are visual learners. Some people learn by feeling. So make sure that whatever you're putting out there is attracting as many people as possible. And I'm not saying that water down your content or make it vanilla. It is just that you're appealing to a lot of people, because done right, video content can drive greater response than any other content types, and done right there is the key element. So the goal of a roundup is to be quick, be entertaining, be educating. For example, easy ideas for roundup type of videos would be: what are the 6 things that are prominent in your industry at the moment? What are the 9 things that people should look out for? What are the 9 things that you should do in order to make the most use of whatever product that you have? Okay, so it is important for you to do roundup videos for your clients. Now, backing up on the culture aspect that I spoke about, you can also do what are called behind the scenes videos. Now, this is where you showcase your brand and your business so that it becomes more relatable and less like a faceless corporation. A lot of prospects or a lot of people really enjoy to see how their products are made. They really enjoy to see who works behind the scenes. And if you have an exclusive insight into the process or whatever it is that you do for your customers, they feel like they are a part of it. People will always support a wall that they helped to build. So a lot of behind the scenes videos would be welcomed, because at the end of the day, your behind the scenes videos are usually less polished. So you've got all the raw footage. You can also show bloopers or wherever you made a mistake. And this is what a lot of people then tend to share over and over. And guess what? Your content now may become viral. So behind the scenes videos are actually very important because they help your business and your brand seem very relatable and less like a faceless corporation. Now, the more friendly and approachable your business actually is, the stronger the relationship between you and your prospects. Right. Some people might want to take it a step further and start creating what are called vlogs. Now, vlogs are video logs that people like Gary Vee are being followed around by somebody with a camera and creating short videos that showcases their daily life. Now, for a business person, this could be very, very vital, because you can then showcase the detail of how you actually operate, how much work is actually involved in creating the products that you create. Because one other thing is, people don't value what they don't know. So you could have your team members take turns to showcase how you get other clients results, and you can take these vlogs to another level and recreate them into blogs that you can then redistribute, and then that content can be used that way. Okay, because vlogs are actually a cheap product to produce. If you've got the right personality and you have the best character that you can portray, people always love watching other people do stuff. That's the reason why things like reality TV shows and the Kardashians are getting more and more popular. The reason is because we like watching other people doing stuff. There's a kid that is on YouTube right now, and I think he's the most paid YouTuber, and all he does is opens up toys every single day, and other kids are watching that. So you could also start, a daily gazette of what it is that you're actually doing, so that you can bring people into your world so they can understand you and get to know, like, and trust who you are. Now, if you don't want to be the one showcasing yourself every single day or parading yourself on video every day. You could actually interview your staff or other people within your industry. And this then becomes point number 5, interview videos. Interview video content, sometimes includes 2 people, all right, where one person is asking questions and the other person is actually answering them back. Now, the difference between an interview that is written is in video is the personality and also the emotions that are conveyed when 2 people are conversing. Words are powerful, but if you add that with emotion, that actually then ignites your message so that your audience connects a whole lot further with whatever it is that you're doing. So you can use video content to introduce maybe new members in your team, showcasing your brand values. You can also align yourself with other interesting personalities in your field. The one thing about it all is if you interview somebody, you literally cross-pollinate or you instantly gain their credibility. So whatever credibility they have, you are going to be just instantly be put at the same even kill if you're interviewing somebody of a high caliber. So you can introduce, like I said, new members of your team. You can show off your brand values. You can interview people that are interesting in your field, because a good interview has some guidelines like a vlog, and it has to feel unscripted. Interviews are fairly easy and cheap to produce, and if you invite other experts in your field into an interview, they can share their own content on their social media, and guess what then happens? You are now put in an audience that you never had before. So same like interviews, Q&A videos are also important. You could either answer the questions that your audience is asking, or you could ask questions to somebody who is in your field. So you could host a live Q&A on Facebook. You could host a live Q&A on LinkedIn, because people always have questions. And Q&A videos allow your audience to get direct access to your company. And then you can also show that your business is actually transparent and giving your brand a boost on social media whenever you conduct Q&A sessions. One other thing that you could also do with your video is feature any new products. People are always seeking for the new things. People are always seeking for how they can be ahead of the curve. So if you're the first to encounter a product or a software, review that product. Okay? Because if you review a product that your company is using or you're the first in line, guess what? You could actually have that video ranking way ahead of the original company's videos or whatever content they're going to put out later on. Now imagine if the product becomes very famous, your video is already up there, and your audience will start to see your brand as actually reliable because you have gone out of your way to create content and made the decision for them before they make a purchase. There are a lot of product reviews out there, especially in the digital marketing world in this day and age. And very few customers right now are going to go just buy a product just because they've heard an ad on radio. They go and see if there's somebody who's reviewed that product, how it works, and what they actually think about it. Because people are afraid of making decisions by themselves. So if you are first in line and you review a product that your company uses and trusts, your audience will start seeing your brand as one that is also reliable and honest. Now, like I said, 78% of the people say that before they make any buying decision, they're influenced by other people's video content reviewing the products that they're about to purchase. So if you're first in line, make sure you create video reviews that will then enhance your brand in the process. And if you're also first in line and you know how to use certain products that other people are not well versed with, why not create tips or how-to videos? Now, this is point number 8. You see, there's a lot of information online right now, and we are all bloated with information. But let me tell you something. People are always seeking ways on how to do things. People are always seeking shortcuts. Even though there's an information abundance out there, if you're the first person to create a how-to video, or if you're the first person to create a way of doing something cheaper, better, faster, you will be number one in people's minds. Your audience, your prospects are always looking for helpful tricks and ways of doing things that would improve their daily life. All right. So, do you know something that you can answer, or something that few people know that you know very well, and how to do it in a cheaper, better, faster way? You may offer this advice through a video. And in fact, this type of content is actually one of the most searched online. How many times did your father-in-law or your father or your uncle have to watch a YouTube video first before they started putting nails in any woodwork that they were working on? People want to make sure that whatever they're going to do, they're going to cut once and then measure twice. Okay, so this type of video content will also help to improve your brand credibility and the trust that your audience already has with your brand. Instead of maybe how-to videos, you can also do case studies. If you've got testimonials or reviews that you have from people who have used your product or are using your product, use those, or have them record themselves so you can use that as content that you can also distribute for your video. Now, anyone who's interested in buying goods, like I said earlier on, usually goes online to search, okay? And anyone who's interested in buying goods or services, they always want to know exactly what it is that they're getting. So why not show them? All right. We are brought up with the practice of show and tell. So if you've got testimonials, reviews, or people singing praises about your products, you really want to make sure that you jump onto that bandwagon, because testimonials are a phenomenon for digital marketing, and it's an outstanding way to show your customers that your product or service also is useful, or other people are getting results from it. All right. People always want what other people are using. So anyone who's interested in buying your products want to know exactly what it is that they're getting. All right. You want to make sure that you're showing them. So when it comes to conversion, you can't beat case studies and testimonials. This then becomes what is called social proof. The psychological phenomenon that causes people to want something when they see other people using it. So the testimonials are authentic video content. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you use people that have used your product and that have had emotional feeling while using your product, because that authenticity can be spotted a mile away by other people that are looking to buy your product. Now, this will then make you a credible brand. So stick to real clients and show your prospects that you actually provide value. And once you've done that, the last bit of videos that you can create is announcement videos. If you got something new coming up, if you got new products coming up, if you got a new team member, is there anything more exciting that you want to announce? Like I said earlier on, people always want to know what's new. So whether you're sharing a new product, you open a new location, you're hosting an event, an announcement video would actually help you get the message across to your audience, and it actually cultivates excitement and sharing. So it is important to note that while you are making these announcements, they got to be genuine, keep them engaging, and whatever video content you're putting out there, keep it short, simple, and concise, because people don't have time to be watching things that are not engaging for them. So there you go. Those are the 10 types of videos that you can put out there. And really, if you want to continue this conversation, why don't you join us in our Live Long Digital community today, where we actually have other business owners that are having businesses that are profitable and enjoyable. Let's jump onto the community and let's have a chat, and let's see how you are also using video in your business so that you can earn more money with less struggle. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, let's continue the conversation in the Live Long Digital community. Become a Live Long Digital community member today. This community is for ambitious entrepreneurs and small business owners with the drive to take control of the future of their businesses and achieve huge success without stress and overwhelm. As you heard, Prosper can help you by teaching you marketing strategies that work. So look no further than the Live Long Digital community of entrepreneurs and highly successful business owners. Join our community today. Find us on www.community.livelongdigital.com.au. Network with other driven entrepreneurs and find the expert guidance you need to take your business to the next level. www.community.livelongdigital.com.au